This is the news that we have feared. Manchester United fans have been dreading this news, and it is out now. It is out because David Ornstein, someone that is a tier 1 reporter, has just told us that the deal for Bryan Mbeumo and Manchester United is still not imminent. Do you know how crazy that is? We have been waiting for 4 weeks, thinking that the evaluation is closer in a gap, but it is still not imminent, and basically to the amount of several millions. What are they doing? What are Manchester United negotiators doing? Who is the person in charge of negotiating for Bryan Mbeumo? Because the news and the whole thing that they are trying to do is we are not going to be paying United tax. But this is the problem about that situation. When you start saying you're not going to be paying United tax, you need to be building that reputation for a long period of time. You can't all of a sudden come back and then start doing, we are not paying it, whatever you say. And I understand that if you pay it once, the entire summer you are going to continue paying it. But there is a better way of negotiating this. You guys have been negotiating add-ons for so long now. What have you guys been doing every single day at work? It is basically reported here by Dave Ornstein and The Athletic. It says here, the gap between Manchester United and Brentford on their valuation for Bryan Mbeumo remains considerable. These reports are from David Ornstein in today's transfer deal sheet. The two sides are several million pounds apart. There have been no significant developments over the past couple of weeks, and a deal is still not imminent. But talks continue as Manchester United work to complete a move for the Cameroonian forward. That line right there is what is baffling to me. It says there is no significant development over the past couple of weeks. What have you guys been doing? Because there are talks of Fabrizio saying that Manchester United are not looking at Vlahovic because they are focused on Bryan Mbeumo. What kind of focus are you focusing? Are you looking on his Instagram? Are you watching his website? Are you watching his video with F2 freestylers or whatever they call his name? What is the focus you have been focusing on? Because we definitely are not seeing it. We are not seeing it. Over a week, over 2 weeks, over a couple of weeks, the deal is still not imminent. That's mind-blowing. It doesn't make any sense to me. How this deal is still not close to being done. What else do you want? What else? It looks like this is your number one target. Of course, with Liam Delap going to Chelsea. It looks like this is your number one target in replacing the goals that we haven't had last season. And so go and do it. Arsenal have completed 5 and are looking at Mosquera in completing that this week. We are still struggling in our second. Oh my God, this is mind-blowing. It is mind-blowing and it's hard to even think about. So what have you been doing for weeks? Just checking on him, saying, hey, how you doing, man? Bro, get this deal going. They frustrate me sometimes. It is so hard to even bear. Anyway, let's look at what is happening with Liverpool. It has basically been reported that Liverpool has received 67.5 million euros official bid from FC Bayern for Luis Diaz this week. The club has rejected the proposal. It has turned down after Liverpool already closed doors to approaches in June, as The Athletic reported. Luis Diaz open to summer exit with both Bayern and Barcelona keen on the move. That's movement right there. That's movement right there. And then Florian Plettenberg, just to kind of a little bit, because he's more of German, says here, FC Bayern have submitted their first written offer to Liverpool for Luis Diaz this morning, worth 67.5 million euros. It was immediately rejected as first via The Athletic and confirmed. Bayern preparing a new offer as reported yesterday. The transfer of Diaz remains Bayern's top priority. There's still no full agreement between Diaz and Bayern, but there is an expectation, or there's not an what? but that is not expected to be a problem. He could sign a contract until 2020 and 2030. Okay, so it gives us a little bit different and more of a context in this situation. This is just madness. Like, it's madness. Of course, Dave Ornstein kind of goes on and talks about it too. And you foresee Noah Lang. I don't know what is happening about the medical, because I really can't understand when they actually post. But let's translate it and see. This should, I hope, is not something that basically it says terminate la visite médicale de Noah Lang. I think Noah Lang's medical has been terminated. Is that what it is? Because it sounds very, 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 very troublesome in that sense. Let's see, maybe if I highlight it and so this is mind blowing though. Oh, okay. Okay. It says here that Noah Lang's medical tests are complete. Okay. That's because I don't know why it says terminate over there, but yes, Noah Lang's Noah medical is completed. That is definitely good. And of course, we also have Strasbourg, RC Strasbourg have completed the deal to sign Maxi Oyedele from Warsaw. The Here We Go is complete. 6 million release clause activated by Blue Coal side. United will get 40% of that fee. Medical done today and contract until June 2030 set to be signed and sealed tonight. So what is going on with Bryan Mbeumo? That takes us back to Bryan Mbeumo, because now you've gotten a little bit money from Udili and you still haven't gotten Bryan Mbeumo even discussed of close to it being done. It just baffles me, honestly. It does. Official confirmed Jordan Henderson signs as new Brentford player on a 2-year contract back in the Premier League. This also pisses me off because Brentford are moving. Brentford are doing deals because they haven't Jesus. I can't get my words right. Because they haven't gotten conversations with Manchester United. This deal should be done by now. It should be done by now. I keep going back to it because it's pissing me off. What is happening? I understand that we do not want to get things wrong, and that is absolutely right. But you also have to be effective. You also have to be effective and show the fans that you are moving. Oh my God. Anyway, Mateo Kova basically signed for PSV. He has signed for PSV. He's literally signed for PSV. This is mind blowing because windows that he has the opportunity to. It's just madness. But yes, that's the transfer update about that situation. What else? Yeah, so Thiago Almada, an Atletico Madrid exclusive story. This is from Fabrizio Romano. He basically says Atletico are fully aware of Thiago's desire to join the club and negotiations are ongoing with his camp. Talks on the way with Lyon over the deal details after initial contact last Friday. This is another really good midfielder that Manchester United all of a sudden don't know what to do with. Alvaro Carreras. Of course, he has basically been made announcement about this situation. First and foremost, bro, I don't know why your haircut is still the same way that you were when you were literally 16 or 15. Bro, at this age, you're grown now. Get something done with it. He basically reports though. He says, coming back to Real Madrid means everything to me. I only wanted to be here. I came here a boy and I'm back. I come back a man. I promise to give everything I have. I fight for every minute on the pitch and give my absolute all. Hala Madrid. So that's basically what he says on that situation. Florian Plettenberg comes out and says Jonah Bakayoko is on the verge to Leipzig as planned. Medical is expected to be completed on Tuesday or Wednesday. Contract until 2030. The deal is for £18 million. 18 million euros plus a 4 million add-ons. There have also been hijack attempts in this case, but Bakayoko wants to join RB Leipzig. So that's definitely something that is getting done. Samuel Locust has come out with an article here about why Manchester United are struggling to sign a striker amid wait for transfer breakthrough. And here on the basically says Have a glance at the first team Manchester United website, and their biggest problems are buried in the bottom pile. Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho, names without squad numbers are two players on the list. Above them, Alejandro Garnacho and Anthony. There are a whopping 33 players on that page. We can omit the aforementioned quartet of Tyrell Malacia from the actual senior squad. Dan Gore and Ethan Whitley cannot be considered first teamers, and it's premature to assign Tyler Fredrickson that status despite his recent squad number upgrade. They go on by saying, just give me this point. Any speculations that Manchester are about to promptly recruit a striker are unrealistic when their attacking department is so bloated and expensive. Liam Delap was a convenient option as he had a low release clause and played for a relegated club, more enthusiastic about promoting Ed Sheeran's concert than remaining in the Premier League. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't know why they would say this. But sources say that United's new director of football, Jason Wilcox, is well liked by staff members and well respected. Sir Jim Ratcliffe said Wilcox poses the best eyes in football. But what do we need to be talking about all this for? Just focus on why we haven't bought anybody. Oh Jesus. And widely respected. He did not look for Delap, a player he watched at Manchester City Academy when he was director there. United are still burnt from the £72 million package they agreed with Atalanta for Rasmus Højlund, but for an upfront fee of £64 million 2 years ago. Whilst United were in negotiations with Atalanta, one of the coaching staff members admitted they would not be able to spend 60 million on another striker the following summer. When United needed another striker last year, they had to compromise and pay a release clause for Joshua Zirkzee, who roughly cost half the price of Højlund did at £36.5 million. It then turned out Zirkzee is not a striker specialist. Oh my God. This just keeps getting worse and worse. It just keeps getting worse and worse. I'm not even going to continue reading this because I don't think it makes any sense for us to do it. We just know that Manchester United have not gotten anywhere close to getting a striker. We haven't even gotten anywhere close in getting Bryan Mbeumo. So this is just mind-blowing. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about this situation. Manchester United continue to frustrate fans by not getting this Bryan Mbeumo deal done. Talk less of getting a striker. However, Bayern are going for Luis Diaz and have literally made an inquiry about that situation. So I will keep you guys updated on what happens going forward. But Bryan Mbeumo, it is still not imminent. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that follow button if you haven't. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hit that subscribe button so you do not miss out on anything we do here on Pillar Sports. Turn on your notification also. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.